In the soft rain that always seems to hover over Derry like a lingering memory, a different kind of tension has begun to accumulate, quietly, almost politely, the way unrest often does before it decides to reveal itself. The new Irish Republican Army, NERA, a splintered successor to the real IRA and a patchwork inheritance of older militant traditions, has spent the past decade lingering at the periphery and fringes of public consciousness, too small to command headlines, too persistent to be dismissed, and too bound to a century-long narrative of grievance to simply fade away. What emerges now is not the mobilized fury of the Troubles, nor the street theater of mass protests, but a subtler resurgence, one that grows in the seams of post-Brexit resentment, economic marginalization, and the feeling, shared by many in Northern Ireland's border towns, that peace is stable only until politics becomes inconvenient. The new IRA's renewed visibility is less a phoenix-like rise than an echo, a reminder that grievances unattended have a way of organizing themselves. The group has drawn from a younger generation, restless, digitally fluent, and raised in neighborhoods where murals still whisper old loyalties to rebuild a fragile operational capability. Their actions, from sporadic shootings to rudimentary improvised explosive devices, IEDs, are amateur compared with their predecessors, yet symbolically potent, a refusal to concede that the story is over. These incidents appear almost archaic against the backdrop of a modern Belfast, all glass facades and craft coffee, but the dissonance is the point. Violence, or the threat of it, becomes an assertion that history is not as settled as it seems. What unsettles analysts is not the scale of the new IRA, but the ecosystem that sustains it. Dissident republicanism has always thrived in the liminal spaces, where identity rubs raw and economic opportunity thins out. Brexit redrew those lines, not on maps, but in daily inconveniences and creeping fears about borders long dismantled. A generation that grew up after the Good Friday Agreement now finds itself inheriting its unresolved contradictions. The new IRA, opportunistic as ever, frames its cause not as a return to the past, but as a continuation of an unfinished process, a phrase both elastic and dangerously self-justifying. The British and Irish governments, accustomed to managing the legacy of the Troubles like a historic artifact rather than a live wire, now face the uncomfortable truth that dissident factions persist, not because of nostalgia, but because political ambiguity and socio-economic neglect remain fertile ground. Policing efforts have become more sophisticated, and community-based interventions, long the quiet backbone of peace maintenance, continue to hold. Yet the new IRA operates like an intermittent pulse, rarely strong, never gone. Its presence challenges the narrative of an irrevocably pacified Northern Ireland, reminding policymakers that peace agreements are not monuments, they are maintenance projects. Still, to walk the streets of Derry or Belfast is to see how much has changed and how little appetite there is for a restored conflict. The resurgence of the new IRA is not a tidal wave, but a ripple, troubling, disruptive, but not yet defining. And yet, as any student of Irish history learns early, ripples have a way of traveling far across quiet water. The question now is whether the region's political and social institutions can absorb this movement's energy without letting it accumulate into something more disruptive. The answer, like so much in Northern Ireland, lies in the uneasy space between memory and momentum, where peace feels sturdy until the moment it doesn't.